This is for you, Craig Titus. Bam! All right, all right, all right. So, I just did a video about World's Gym Oviedo, and I'm going to do another one. I think it was 1993, and I should know this because I was competing. I was a teenager, and you know what? It was probably summer of 93, because I think I just turned 19, and I was done competing. Oh, so this video, I was going to say probably PG-13. I'll watch what I say, because there's a thing about dark side supplements, but I'll probably keep that out. But anyway, so, you know, kind of like I do now, I never followed you don't want to be a pro bodybuilder, I never followed the scene or whatever. And World's Gym Oviedo at that time was great as a teenager, because everybody was jacked. There was WWF, because I don't know what is it, WWE now. So WWF wrestlers, I guess big time bodybuilders. I don't know if they were pro bodybuilders, but what there was, Craig Titus. A lot of big boys, but of course it was a different time back then. It was cool to be big. Everybody wanted to be big, unlike now. You know, me being at 6 foot, if I was 155 pounds, I guess that's jacked and huge and all that stuff. But anyway, so for some reason, I'm sitting there, oh, sorry, I have to say it. So just imagine now, I'm sitting there and there's a stairs that went up to the second floor. There was cardio room upstairs. Actually a really cool setup. Looked at the front of the room, but basically there was locker rooms over there, squat racks were over there, and it was like bench press, and it was like the cable assisted machines over there. Sorry, I don't know if you can see me in the camera. So I'm just sitting there, just doing my thing, just relaxing. The guy comes up, just out of the blue, and he's like, and seriously, I don't even know what he said. And again, I'm having a hard time remembering what happened yesterday. So I was like, the guy comes up and just starts shooting the shit with me, and he's like, I don't know, I think and honestly, I'm just trying to think in what even started it, but he's like, hey, let me just help you out or whatever. And I was like, okay. And we just started lifting. He's like, oh, just jump in with us. And there's this big black guy. I can't remember his name either. Really cool dude. I felt bad for him because he had great potential, but just couldn't. I think it was just the dieting or whatever. But the funny part about that was, he was one of us, always like his big guys, had this itty bitty little car, and he was huge. But anyway, so I don't think he really wanted me to butt in with them, so I like backed out. But I think they were doing legs. Anyway, and I was like, dude, come whisper, you know how that is, I'm like, no. Because, I mean, he was big, but he was, at that time, most people covered up. So, he was all covered up, typical stuff back then, baggy, long sleeve thing and everything. He was big and all that, but not like a mass monster or whatever. And then remember, this is the time when everybody was like 300 pounds off season or whatever. So I was like, oh, I don't know. He was just also typical bodybuilder. We're all just, head down, just doing our thing, just like, leave me alone. Oh, that's Craig Titus. And I'm like, you don't know who it is? I'm like, no. Oh, dude, he's like in all the magazines and everything. He's a professional bodybuilder. I was like, oh, really? That's cool. I even today, I mean, very few people I'd be starstruck from, and it'd be more. I'd rather meet someone like Howard Stern, but Jeff Bezos or Warren Buffett, more the Alibaba guy, more people that are like billionaires. But anyway, I was like, oh, okay. So we worked out for a little bit. And it was pretty intense, but the thing that was very interesting was they were literally eating potatoes out of a little Tupperware container, skin and everything. I mean, they're doing the leg press, and they're eating. And that's what was fascinating, because nowadays everything's drugs, drugs, drugs. But the point out of this whole video is right here: eating. Eating is the key, because back then, people, yeah, the drugs were legit, unlike now, whole nother topic, but it was low dosages, but everything was eating and balls of the wall training. The intensity of training of everybody is, you just don't see it anymore. But they're eating a baked potato. And I'm like, dude, what are you guys doing? Gotta get calories in, like 8,000 calories a day. Whoa. And remember, 8,000 calories, these were eating 6,000 to 8,000 calories of calories. Not protein drinks, not adding, whatever it might be to, like, I don't know, a sour cream. It's how most people counted calories back. It was just, just here's a steak, or whatever. It was, and I don't even think many people counted calories, just consuming. But that's what was the coolest thing, and that's why they were, you had to put on just a pound, 2 pounds, whatever it was. So anyway, he's like, oh, so somehow it came up, I don't know, maybe he heard through the grapevine that I wanted to be a pro bodybuilder, and in the future I found out why he wanted to take me on, which I won't say, I guess, really, but it was just really cool then that, hey, here's someone's a pro bodybuilder. He knows what he's doing, blah, blah, blah. So, and I knew everything. I knew a lot. I mean, it was my life, bodybuilding. I really did. I had great genetics. I grew pretty easy. Couldn't get shredded. Still, just my genetics, can't get shredded. But being big and strong was easy to do. But anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. But to train with Craig Titus, and then he's like, here's your regimen. This is what you're going to eat. That's it. There's a lot of carbs. And I just was never a big carb person. Eating 3 pounds, 5 pounds of steak and pork a day, chicken no, fish no. But it was just consuming a lot of calories. And this was the training regimen. Now, which I'll do another video about that, is the training. I don't believe in doing these 2-hour workouts 7 days a week, whatever. But I figured, hey, you know what? Obviously he's a pro bodybuilder. The guy's jacked, shredded, boom. He's one of the best out there. Hey, can't hurt. I'm always open to trying something. Can't hurt. It's not like, I was winning teenage nationals or whatever. Any of it didn't matter. I'm open to suggestions, change. I'm open to it, because suck it in, especially, his inner circle, whatever. So at a certain time, it was pretty old, 133. I think it was like 3:30. We trained and all that stuff. And I think it only lasted 3 months. And one reason is because I found out he left. Now I have no idea if that was for me or what, but I'm jumping. So anyway, so we trained together for a few months. And at that time, I guess I should say, we did, not from him. I just, I was doing dark side supplements. He kind of told me what he was doing, and whatnot. It wasn't really discussed. It was really just the training and the thing. And I think he also liked me because I trained so intense. It was just sweating, just again, one of my sayings, balls to the wall, just training, hitting it. So what happened was, and this is also what got me in my bodybuilding career, after 3 months, this was all I did, was got a gut. Measurements, I took measurements and everything. The scale went up 18 pounds in the first month. I have the books over my desk, and honestly, I forgot to look at it. This video was just last minute thing. And I ended up putting on, I think, almost like 30 pounds and 30 some pounds in 3 months. But, always a but, It was all fat. And in those 3 months, even though he was at his peak, he actually put on a few pounds. And right then and there, I said, you know what? This ain't for me. I didn't have a life because he wouldn't let me go out clubbing, bar hopping, while my boys are out with the ladies and all that stuff and having a good time. I'm sitting home sleeping or eating at 2, 3 in the morning and just consuming my whole life. And I'm like, it wasn't for me. And it just showed I had great genetics, but not professional bodybuilder, pro bodybuilder genetics. And after that, he left. But when we trained, it wasn't, I don't have any really secrets. There was no secret bodybuilder thing. We trained 45 minutes, a body part. A lot of times it was one body part, sometimes twice in a workout. So sometimes they're an hour, hour and a half, and it was intense. I mean, I did feel good. I felt like I was putting on muscle or whatever, and I really only put a few months. So then what I had to do after that, and it was just spend a few months, 6 months, 8 months, taking off all that fat, which is super hard for me to do. And I just said, screw that. And that's when I started racing motorcycles. So anyway, kind of, the story sounded better in my head and when I told it to my friends recently, but hopefully you got something out of it. But again, I guess the thing out of the story was, pro bodybuilders, and in this story, are professional for a reason. They got killer genetics for the food, for the drugs, for the training and everything like that. And again, my genetics are just great strength and size, but I can't get shredded, and I sure wish I could. Even though everyone says I'm doing something wrong. But anyway, hope you liked it. If you want to know more about him, not like I didn't really tell you much, because we didn't hang out. We just hung out in the gym. We were just gym buddies. And that was it.